It's day 147 now of lockdown learning. This is the field that our potatoes in. It's raining, it's drizzling, and we've got mustard growing. So I don't know if you can see the lines, just about. See the lines going that way. That way. That's where we've drilled the cover crop. So the soil obviously was ground up really small for the potatoes to grow so that they could separate them when they dig them. And if we get heavy rain, the soil will just slump and wash away and go all spongy and horrible, like a pudding. So we've basically sown mustard all over it. So the mustard seed we used is some that we grew a few years ago and harvested with the combine, and just keep dipping in the trail and taking some out. It's about 4 or 5 years old now, but it just still keeps growing. If you look over here, you can see the lines perfectly going off up the field. So it's got a little bit of a green tinge to it. Grows really quick in this weather, mustard, so hopefully in a few weeks it'll cover the ground, protect the soil, put some roots down, which will stabilise the soil as well. And then in September we'll come in and we'll drill wheat straight into it, and a few days later we'll kill off the mustard. We've also mixed in it some fodder radish and some tillage radish, so I think, and buckwheat. So this is probably what these are, and then this will be the mustard. It's a bit hard to tell when they're so small, but we'll keep an eye on it and keep watching. There's a little patch here where we left them to take the potatoes off the field with. So this was sown at a later date, only like a few days later, but you can see it's got some green shoots in that as well. So that's all good. We'll go across the road now and we'll look how the oilseed rape's coming up. So this is the oilseed rape, looks fantastic, nicely in rows. If we come over to this way though, can you see it gets grassier? That's basically the grass weeds from the hedge line get spread with machinery, and you end up with this carpet effect of grass weeds. So we've got all this grass, and then in amongst it we've got rows of oilseed rape going up, but the grass weeds swamp the oilseed rape. So we'll go over this now with a selective herbicide, hopefully knock the grass out, and it'll leave the oilseed rape behind. We want a nice thick crop of oilseed rape where the pigeons can't land in it. That's the plan. So that's coming on well, to be fair. So I'm pleased with that. I just don't get why anyone would throw that out. It's lovely, you know. They don't make them like that anymore. Someone must recognise that. So if you recognise it, or you know someone that's just got a new mattress, trim some bushes in the garden, obviously, get in touch, because I think we'll take it back to them. Really what you want to put through the chipper on a Monday morning. A nice snatch chain and shackle. Luckily he stopped it just in time. Quite a big shackle, like. Time to take the road sign back to the farm. It's been up here for a month now. Brought it temporary to show people where the maize was, because although there was a huge field of sunflowers, they all drove past. Anyway, it's time to take it back to the yard and use it for its proper jobs. So this is now a month later. You obviously still got plenty of flowers, but most of them have matured, and the pathways seem to have held up well as well. But yep, that's sunflowers a month after the flower. Big drainage job on, trying to drain that flood. Well, it's not fit to sow oilseed rape because it's too wet and sticky from the rain. So, go over the hollow now, full depth, about 5 foot, get to the middle of that, drain it, and hopefully like pulling the plug out the sink. I wonder, will we get a grant off the electric board for draining the water from underneath the pylon? Probably not. What else would you do on a gorgeous day in August? Well, you should be combining, but instead we're draining floods so that we can drill oilseed rape. Extreme draining. I don't know whether you can see in the video, but how dry the soil is here by the trees and the footpath, where it's took all the moisture out of it, and then how black and wet it is there. You actually can't really, can you? Because of the sun. Let me try looking to the side. You can see it, like from there onwards is really dry, and here's quite black and wet. So obviously, like the rain that we got last night put this to saturation point, was that it just absorbed it all up because the trees have been taking it out of it anyway. It's took it 5 minutes to get to the ditch, and there it is. Be gone in the morning, that flood, won't it?
Yeah.
Straight through, no problem. It's flowing across now. Just spraying off a field of spring barley now, and it's got a few wild oats and different things, but look at this. Where are they all high? You can't see them, but in a minute there'll be a lot of bloody pigeons get up. See them everywhere. Why they can't go and eat something else, I don't know. Just spraying off some spring barley now to get it to ripen a bit quicker so we can get it cut when the day lengths are okay in August rather than September. It's now just started to rain as I'm finishing the field, but by the looks of that sky it's only going to be short-lived, and it'll probably just add to the water I'm putting on anyway, hopefully, and we'll wash it off. So we'll get the field finished, and fingers crossed it's still working. It should be. I think that's about it for today now. I'm glad the maze isn't open because that's some serious rain coming down now. I don't know whether that sprayer worked I've just done either now, because it's probably washed it totally off, but we'll see what happens. So that's it for today. See you all tomorrow. Just got back to the farm now. We've got a nice rainbow there. See it? And it's not even rained here. So we've just had about 6 mil in 20 minutes at Water Lane, but at Rainhill we've, you know, just nothing. Just looking here, this is where we sown some rape the other day, so no sign of it showing through yet. There's a slug pellet that we sowed at the same time, so there's a few pigeons mooching about when I pulled up, but anyway they've gone now. So fingers crossed this will be up in a few days if we carry on with this warm sort of dampish weather. So really is it for today now. See you all tomorrow.